I think a 60-year-old stripper with enormous testicles and super jump is a tough combo to beat.
Fair.
He's just going to
Famous
space
people.
hop you to death with his testicles.
Yeah.
It's not going to be great.
Yeah, you don't have much stamina though as a 60-year-old stripper.
Oh no, he has one of those little blue pills before he...
But then again, I suppose if you have enormous exposed testicles and you use them like a mace, then you're pretty much a goner anyway.
Damn it, they found me out.
Your chosen attribute.
My chosen warrior is a child beauty pageant queen
Oh dear.
and is the supreme.
Supreme what?
And floating down on a parachute.
Oh, you're fucked.
Yeah, I
Nope.
think that... No, that parachute is going to slow you down too much.
No,
is-
I'm dropping down into the strip club to take your position because you're retiring right now. You
No.
old fuck.
No, I think that's a disaster. That you're going to be like your batting practice for his testicle mates. You're
Oh,
far too slow with that parachute.
No, I'm gonna drop down with my sharp high heels ready to puncture your testicles and take your job.
Also, you can't replace me. You're a child beauty pageant queen.
yeah, but isn't
Um,
a child beauty pageant queen like the gateway to becoming a 60-year-old stripper with enormous testicles?
Yeah, I'm replacing you. I'm
Yeah.
your younger, supreme version.
You're the young
I don't
whippersnapper.
think you can be a beauty queen and have giant exposed testicles.
The 21st century, Tommy, you can do whatever you want.
Also,
Yeah.
a child.
Yeah.
I would like to think a child would not be allowed into any strip club where a 60-year-old stripper would be performing. Let alone any stripper.
Well, if we had the location cards working, this might be Eastern Europe.
Well, it might be socially acceptable there, but not here.
Not here where?
Here in the void of the black table. I
Anything
guess.
goes in the void.
Yeah, I honestly, I think you'd be slow. You're a child, you get crushed by the giant testicles. It wouldn't be pretty. I think a child has a severe disadvantage here. Aside from the strip club security denying her access to the fight,
No, you say I'm so kicked in makeup I look like a young adult.
see, I'm not sure you're past. I think you've got that weird creepy vibe going on with it.
Just because I'm a child beauty pageant queen, it doesn't say I'm still a child. I'm just the holder of the beauty pageant, so I could be 16, 18 by now. Still technically a child, a minor.
But age will not save you from giant exposed testicles coming at you like a mace.
Your giant exposed testicles are not a strength. Have you ever
Hey.
swung your testicles at anything? It hurts like fuck.
Not when they're enormous, it doesn't.
Damn.
It's like space hoppering your way to victory.
I feel by 60 years old. I mean, I'm pushing 30 almost, and my balls are so pendulous and saggy and horrible. But by 60, I think they're going to be nothing more than a saggy bag of skin. No matter how enormous they are, they're going to be no use to you. You're going to be tripping over them, if anything.
I think, yeah, but that's where the
Oh.
enormity comes into it. They're going to be nice and it's going to be like, as I said, a space hopper. You're going to be able to bounce around on them,
Do you want
and that's
to?
where the super
Well,
jump comes into it.
It doesn't say you have an enormous scrotum, just testicles. They may be almost bursting out of an enormous sized scrotum.
You know, I like how this is the first time I'm back in a couple weeks, and it's the first thing I hear.
Be able to outmaneuver you as you only have a parachute where I have a super jump. That's going to be tough.
Your super jump, those balls are going to lift off the ground with you. They're going to hit you when you reach sort of your top jump point.
Apogee.
Yes. And when you come down again, those things are going to slam into the ground.
Yeah, but that's how he lands. He lands on them. It's, as I said, space hopper effect.
Then they would burst, and they would cause
Oh,
you
no.
extreme pain.
You know, you could ramp this up and put some location cards down.
Fighters are invisible inside a volcano.
I would just leave via the super jump, I think. And,
Well, the hot vapors coming out of the hot air from the volcano will push my parachute up and allow me to continuously stay above it.
I remain unconvinced of that. I don't know. I think And not only that, I feel a child beauty pageant queen is not qualified to be around a volcano without any obvious powers.
I am the supreme.
Yeah,
The supreme what?
chicken.
I am the supreme at kicking 60-year-old strippers' asses.
That is a very narrow, specific category.
Yep. Well, it didn't specify, so that's what I'm
Yeah.
the supreme at.
But have you ever kicked the ass of someone with giant mace testicles? That is the question. Super
No one
jumps.
needs to kick their ass. They kick their giant balls in.
I think it would absorb. I think it would absorb your foot, snap it off, and then
Do you even have testicles? I mean, Jesus Christ.
not enormous exposed ones.
So are you
Well-
saying they have some sort of absorption power that they would release back
I'm
into
imagining
the
it. I'm imagining a scrotum, not unlike Jabba the Hutt.
That you would not even be able to move with something like that.
Yeah,
That's why he has super jump. That's how he gets round.
I think the
Grab your
wording.
nuts now and squeeze them.
Yeah, I think the wording exposed it is negative. I don't
Yes.
think they're indestructible there.
There is no hiding them. They are
He
they
doesn't
are there
want to
to be
hide them.
damaged.
He wants to cause psychological terror with his enormous exposed
I'm
testicles.
a child beauty pageant. I've been abused all my career. I'm used
But
to
not
giant
with,
nuts in my face.
not with testicles like that. I tell you, they would probably snap her neck and crush her skull or something. It would not be pleasant.
Or maybe I'm a child beauty pageant in the heart of the Amazon where elephantitis to the scrotum is not uncommon.
You would be the first child beauty pageant to come from the Amazon.
That's racist.
I don't think it is. I think there's nothing wrong with not being part of the horrible machine that is child beauty pageants.
Right, I'm done arguing.
Okay.
We shall let fate decide.
I'm gonna go with meat on this one, just because meat, asked us all to squeeze our balls. I followed suit, and it
It's
didn't
too much
hurt.
information.
It hurt. So I think even giant, massive testes, I think there's gonna be some significant innovation there.
A basic scientific test has proven that those nuts are not.
For normal sized
pro.
ones, for normal
I just
sized
wish-
ones, I would
I'll
agree.
put this out. I just wish that you would touch more on is the supreme meat. The supreme
don't know
what?
what that's
Are you the
from.
supreme child beauty queen? Like, can you control all the other pageant queens? Anyways, so the whole testes hurting thing, kind of, and then the whole volcano, and you're on the parachute. So I figure.
Alright. I think I'm gonna have to go with Kyle as well. Den puts up a good fight, but you can't outmatch like the depth of evil that is spawned at child beauty pageants. And yeah.
It is true.
It's just like you can't outmatch
In
that. man.
fairness, the biggest threat is the child beauty pageant queen's mother.
Yes.
She probably would have killed me before the fight had even begun.
She probably did
Either-
her own TV series that lasts
Yeah,
way too long on American television.
Either through poisoning me or crushing me with her amazingly wrought girth. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think the threat is so much from the queen, but the mother.
Right, so should we move on to the next player? It would be
It was nice to not have a round end in deadlock and continually have to have death matches. That was good.
that's the Queen Mother.
Oh my gosh.
Where did you get that?
Wow.
And how did you have it prepared so quickly?
Yeah, just have a token of Honey Boo Boo's mother prepared in my chest.
So it'd be Kyle versus Champ.
Alright, we'll be fighting over the trophy.
Sean Connery and Zardoz. Penis
Oh my
is
god.
the penis is the enemy. Kill the penis. And that fucking floating, flying head vomiting guns everywhere. That was a film.
Every time we play, we always just play for a trophy that has really gay image.
I gotta say that.
Have you ever seen Zardoz? It's a really weird film. If you couldn't tell by Sean Connery in knee-high boots with a fucking Webley revolver and a braided ponytail.
Yeah, I've not seen it, and to be honest, I'm kind of unsure whether I want to.
It's weird, you know? It's weird.
He scaled it up and is zoomed in on his crotch.
Congratulations.
Fantastic.
Yes, quite appealing.
Alright, reveal yourself.
Go on, champ.
And then flip your cards.
I'm a Velociraptor.
Oh, a
that shoots
Velociraptor.
Magic missiles.
Has tiny bird legs.
Oh. Well then, I'm definitely trying to make up for that. With my magic missiles.
Alright. All players draw and play a new character from the deck as a sidekick.
Oh!
Oh.
What is your sidekick, mate?
A cat!
Okay, what is your... Oh!
Mr. Rogers!
Rogers.
Holy shit!
Mr.
I'm
Rogers
gonna
is
get
totally
molested.
taking that cat. Won't you be my neighbor?
We're in the Renaissance Fair.
Mr. Rogers knows so much about Renaissance fairs, he went to one. I saw that episode.
I think the odds are stacked against the beauty queen here.
Yeah.
I feel that your Velociraptor with his tiny bird legs, I will just sew you to the nearest peasant at this Renaissance Fair as a curio. And he will put a chain on you and take you away. And I am going to set my cat on Mr. Rogers and run like hell.
So, I'm making use of the fact that you're currently floating down that parachute here. I'm just going to use my magic missiles. And Mr. Rogers is going to subdue your cat. Because that man knows everything about cat.
Oh my god.
Did you give up? You
Yeah.
can see.
I gotta be honest, as it stands, the only card that can beat Mr. Rogers is Buddha. He's not coming back.
Well, damn, that was a fucking whitewash.
What about old age?
I think Mr. Rogers probably hands down won that. You could have been a rock with no discernible intelligence, and Mr. Rogers would have defeated anything.
Yeah, he's just sitting there like, hello, neighbor.
He was a better sidekick than your fainting goat in an attack drone.
Oh my god, I remember that.
He got beaten by a pregnant Helen Keller swinging a shark on a chain. She also defeated a demon-possessed car with stilettos on the wheels.
Oh yeah.
Stilettos as in the shoe, or stiletto as in the knife?
Well, I don't think it's specified.
Ah! There you go. Alright.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Fucking
And
what you got?
Fighter swap size.
Oh my god!
Oh
Your naked
shit.
clown's the size of a Velociraptor, and your Velociraptor is the size of a naked clown.
Oh god.
And you're in a jungle.
Oh god.
Ooh. A good hunting ground for the Velociraptor.
And the Velociraptor is
I'm gonna
man-sized.
make use of my tiny bird legs for stealth. You know, I'm not gonna be like chomping around with those giant legs anymore, you know? And I'm not looking to jump on you anymore, I just want to shoot my magic missiles at you.
Oh my god, it's like Predator.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, but like
In Kai's case, sexual
And
predator.
you're a big
Look,
clown. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
you're a massive clown, and clowns like have all that color. You're not gonna.
He's naked though.
Yeah.
Is he?
yeah, exactly. Like you
Or
might
you're still
have
flesh tone.
you weren't even like an apex predator
He's
back in
got
like the...
face paint, and it might not even be on just his face. But I mean,
Exactly. I'm gonna stalk
true.
through.
That's so arousing.
He is a single Velociraptor, not a pack.
Yeah, so you
his
can't.
marital status is of no concern.
Yeah.
I will kill you.
Yeah, my naked my naked client's gonna stalk through the jungle like a sexual predator and super donkey punch you with an axe.
This is like a really shit remake
I think you
Predator. Don't
a
give
bad
Hollywood
name
any
to a sexual
ideas.
predator. I'm so upset about that. You know.
I am the
mean-
apex predator here.
I don't know. I think my magic missiles could do a good amount of damage.
Not if I'm like invisible in the
think-
jungle with camouflage.
But you're so big. You're gonna make sounds.
I'm tiny.
No, you're big.
Oh,
You're the size of a Velociraptor.
Yeah.
Velociraptors aren't very big. They're like the size of a chicken or a turkey.
That's a
You'd think of compies.
No. Don't think of Velociraptors like they are in Jurassic Park, because they weren't that big. They
No,
were
you're thinking of the Utah Raptor, aren't you?
Yeah, but they were called Velociraptors in Jurassic Park. But they were actually Utah Raptors. Velociraptors are about the size of a turkey.
True. The Utah Raptor was what they meant for the ones in Jurassic Park to be, but they called them Velociraptors.
Yeah, and they were also supposed to be covered in feathers.
So chicken legs really shouldn't affect me too much. It just takes away the whole...
You just like
claw.
kind of stumpy.
So, if anything, you're now saying because you've swapped sizes, is that he's more
I'm bigger
powerful
now.
than he could be possibly
I posted a
imagined.
size comparison chart.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm bigger now. I got that.
Yes.
Cool. So now I'm the size of the Utah Raptor, roughly.
He's,
Given that
he's
size
got a,
chart.
and you're like a 2 foot tall clown.
But you have
The
tiny...
naked, naked with an axe.
Come at me, midget.
have you never seen the Mummy film with all the little pygmies and stuff? The tiny little naked
But
dudes
there was a
and
lot- I
spirits?
feel there was a lot of those, though.
If you were Peter Dinklage at this point. I'm just saying.
Yeah, imagine Peter Dinklage in clown makeup, completely naked, just surprise donkey punching you.
I need 5 minutes alone now.
Yeah, but you're going to be so slow and so cumbersome with your tiny little bird legs. You're probably going to fall over all of the jungle
Question to
roots
the
and
council.
stuff.
Do my tiny little bird legs increase in size with the increase in size from that card?
What's this?
This card over here.
Fighters swap sizes.
Does that affect the Velociraptor and the tiny bird legs? Or just the Velociraptor?
It's just the Velociraptor, but you still have tiny bird legs. So you're going to have
Oh, you're
like...
so small by comparison, though.
It's fine. You can't move. You'd just be like falling over
Well,
all
I
over the
could be
place.
like a static missile launcher. I could just do
But
that.
the issue is going to be trying to get a
You're
kill
gonna have to
shot.
come at me either way.
And to have an axe.
I'm gonna totally Wingardium your Leviosa.
Oh, stop. Oh, you're the chosen one.
Hollywood
Oh,
is
no.
going to turn this into a movie, I guarantee it.
I close. Yeah, it's gonna be like prehistoric J.K. Rowling world.
In a world where clowns the size of raptors.
Donkey punch raptors the size of clowns.
Steve Buscemi. Rob Schneider is the fire axe.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm done with my argument. You guys confused.
If you don't vote for the naked clown armed with an axe that donkey punches people, there will be an angry naked clown donkey punching you tonight when you go to sleep.
So hot.
That's my...
Now why would anyone choose that?
Alright, you done?
Yep.
Okay, I really wanted to go with the clown. I really did. He's got just such a great setup. But I feel the Velociraptor, now the size of a Utah Raptor, is at home in the jungle, and it's got those magic missiles. I think even its chicken legs are not enough of a hindrance to stop it being an effective killer. So I'm going to go with the Raptor.
I think I'm also going to have to go with the raptor. There were too many unanswered questions. You know, the raptor's in his natural habitat. And also, now that you've been resized, did your axe get scaled down with you? Is it now the size of a toffee hammer? I mean, what is going on with that? I just, you know, it's going to be impossible to do anything against a raptor that's that big. with this tiny axe.
He's
Also,
super
if it
donkey
didn't
punch
get
it.
scaled down, that's gonna be an awful heavy axe for him to carry.
Yeah, but he could
That's
super
small.
donkey punch. It'd be like
You can't-
But is it going to
Captain.
be super if you're
No longer
smaller?
Yeah, it'd be
super if it's
like-
scaled down.
It'd be like Falcon Punch.
You
from-
can't. Can you really punch with an axe? That is the other problem.
Is the axe one-handed or two?
Yeah, you take a one-handed axe, obviously. I mean, he's naked.
But it-
your
giant.
arguments are
But
over.
it's scaled down. Scaled down. This is the thing. It was just so little addressed. I think the Raptors got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt. But the axe was a distraction, man. It was
I do
a
think
donkey
you need to
punch.
take that
It'd break
idea
your
to
neck.
get rolling, though.